everyone. I'm a little bit late, but I've just been able to jump on. I think I've been overzealous with the card that I've chosen today to do my 10 cards in 20 minutes. So good morning. My name is DonnaG and I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator from the Scenic Rim in Queensland, coming to you live on Wednesday, the 5th of February, 2025. I'm super excited to be here crafting with you again with another one of my 10 cards in 20 minutes, but I am not confident this morning, people. I am telling you, there is a fair bit of work on this card, and I'm not confident that I will get near the 20-minute mark. But do you know what? It doesn't matter. They're awesome cards, and I'm going to end up walking away with 10 cards at the end of it. The crafty cat is not in the craft room at the moment. He's roaming around the house. I think that he might think that there's something in the garage that he's trying to I don't know, he's stalking something out in the garage. So there might be a mouse or something, Lord knows. I back onto some vacant land. So I get lots of things like mice, snakes. I'm just hoping it's not a snake. I have moved things behind where he was looking to make sure there isn't anything sinister in there. But he seems to be hanging out in the garage at the moment. So there must be something out there that's tempting him. So unfortunately, he's not here crafting with us today. But good morning. I can see quite a few of you jumping on. Please feel free to share this video with your friends that may be into crafting so that we can see how many people we can get on watching our video. So I love doing these 10 cards in 20 minutes, mainly because I walk away with 10 cards when I'm finished, and it's fun to be racing against a clock. So I know some people don't want to do that. I just think it's fun. It's just a little bit of fun. So I every now and then I do these 10 cards in 20 minutes, and it's when I'm needing lots of cards for a certain reason. So I'm killing two birds with the one stone. I'm getting all of my birthday cards sorted for the year for people that I want to send birthday cards out. So my challenge is to do 100 cards in 10 videos. So this is video number 9. So we will be getting into the 90s, and then I've only got a video on Friday, and I should finish the 100 cards by the end of this week. So good morning. I can see quite a few of you are jumping on. Hello. We had Janice was the first one on this morning. Good morning. Lynn, Sue, Jill, Corinne, Glenda, lovely to see you. Judy from Canada, lovely to see you. We are going to have a little bit of fun this morning. So it's Tuesday, the 4th of February on a cold, wet, windy night. Well, we don't have cold weather here, that's for sure. Looking forward to seeing new cards today. You are going to love this. Like I'm telling you, this Floral Delight Suite has been my favorite. I've been holding off playing with this Floral Delight Suite, but I am super excited. I have done one card recently where I did it in pinks instead of the yellows, but you'll know it's the gorgeous yellow paper, the yellow floral paper that is in our mini catalog. So you are absolutely going to love it. Just a couple of things just before we get started. I have my basic foundations of card making group. So we're in full swing. We are getting started for February. All of the product has been delivered. I'm going to try and get it out by the end of this week. I'm hoping that I will get it out by the end of this week for all of the foundations of card making people. You're getting a stamp set this month. You're getting a little ink spot. You're getting a clear block. You're getting some sheets of basic white thick cardstock and basic white regular, and we're going to do some stamping. So in case you don't know what the basic foundations of card making is, it's great for people that are struggling with their card making. Rose Ward and myself have banded together, and we are teaching everybody all the tips and tricks that we have learned along the way. Rose has been with Stampin' Up, I think she said 24 years the other day. So it's over 20 years, I know that much. I've been with Stampin' Up for nearly 9 years, and we are teaching you everything that we have learned along the way in our crafting journey. So it's great for beginners, but it's also great for the casual crafters that have been struggling a little bit with the design process, with cutting their cardstock and papers, getting good crisp stamped images. We are going to teach you all of the tricks. So it is a Facebook group where you get all the content, and we do a live Zoom craft together at the end of the month every month. And we will be stepping it up as we go along, but there's lots and lots of things that the members get that the general public don't see. So there's a Facebook group that's private, and there's loads more content in that. The other thing I wanted to let you know that there's only a few days left to 5 days exactly to register for my Scrap It With Me workshop kits. Now on Monday I had the day off and I designed my 3 double page layouts. It's a gorgeous suite of products. I had such a wonderful time creating those. And so I will be holding that class on Thursday morning. So for anyone that wants to come to an in-person scrapbooking class, I also have a new scrapbooking class that's opening up on a Saturday. My first one is going to be the same weekend as my retreat, but we're holding it here together. And I'm doing Saturday scrapbooking classes as well. And it's a bit easier. It's a kit scrapbooking class. So we are using the kits that we sell from Stampin' Up, and I will teach you how to work your way through those kits as well. But the Scrap It With Me workshop kits are designed by me, so they're my personal designing, and they are 3 double page layouts, and I share all the cutting guides and the instructions of how to put those together. You can get it as a kit by mail for $95, or you can come in person for $80 and attend in person. So I'm looking forward to scrapbooking on Thursday morning. I can't wait to be with the girls again. So if you want to do that, you can. We've got 5 more days if you want the kit by mail. If you are interested in coming in person, please let me know, because I can actually get a kit together if you decide that you wanted to attend the class on Thursday. Okay, you can scan that QR code there, or you can look at the links in the description of this video. The only other thing is my Creative Card Club. There's 5 more days if you wanted to subscribe to the Creative Card Club. We're using the beautiful butterflies for this month. That class is held in person here in the Scenic Rim on the 3rd Thursday of every month. And for the people that get the kit by mail, I get the kits together and they get sent out on the 25th of the month. So we are going to be using, you get a quarter pack of paper, you get a full pack of the embellishments, you get a length of ribbon, you get cardstock to make 8 gorgeous cards, and a PDF tutorial printed up. You can scan that QR code there on the screen, or you can use the link in the show more box down below. We also have an awesome joining special, so I just wanted to touch on that very quickly. We have an awesome joining special. We've only got this month to go, people. Like, if you've been thinking the next one is going to be the Everyday You and Me suite of products, Sue, so Everyday You and Me, and I decided on that only yesterday because that paper is stunning, and it's the most and you will get a full pack of the Everyday You and Me specialty paper, and that includes the sticker sheet as well, plus you'll get 12 by 12 basic white cardstock, and you will get the 3 double page layouts that I designed with that gorgeous paper. Hey Kerry, you're away at the moment. Jumped on to say hello. Well, hello, and I hope you're having a great time away. So 2 starter kit specials, either the markers and the exclusive stamp set, and you get to choose $235 worth of product. That is a value of $397, and you only pay $169. Or you can get option 2, which is extra in your kit. You get to choose $286 worth of product and still only pay $169. I'm telling you, it's the best way to buy your products. I am a no pressure team leader. So if you want to just join and enjoy the discount, then by all means, I'm here to support you creatively. I don't pressure anyone into do anything that they don't want to. And I can tell you 99.8% of my team just enjoy the discount. So it's a great, awesome joining offer. And then you are guaranteed discount until the end of July, 20% discount until the end of July. But if you spend a month, you will have discount for longer. All right, enough of that. Let's get into these cards, because we've got a lot to cover this morning. And as I said, I don't think I'm going to make the 20 minutes this morning, but we will have a good go at it. All right. So I've gone ahead and I've prepped a lot of things before ahead of time. One thing was doing these sentiments, there was no way I was going to stamp those and die cut those out, because there was definitely no way I was going to make 20 minutes with it. I don't think I'm even going to make 20 minutes with everything that I've gone ahead and done beforehand. So so welcome to everybody that has jumped on. There's a few extras that have jumped on. Let me see where I was. We have Sabra, is that how I say it? Sabra, Marilyn, Deborah, Fran, welcome. Donna, Karen, lovely to see you. Judith, Maggie, Merlene, welcome. Sharon, lovely to see you. It was great talking to you last night. Beck, and Sharon again. Kerry, Maureen, good morning. Terry, good morning. Lovely to see you. Long time since I've seen you, Terry. Fran, we've already done that one. Krista, lovely, welcome. And Colleen. Okay. And for anyone else that I have missed, hello and good morning. All right. So I've got the Delightful Wishes bundle. So it's got beautiful dies. It's got lovely stamps. Hi, Hilda. Welcome. Sabra is correct. Thank you. And I've used the embossing folder, which is the free Sale-A-Bration. Did you know that we've got extra free Sale-A-Bration items? I mean, like, I can tell you the Sale-A-Bration items that we have available now, there's so many more things to be able to choose from. So, so please make sure if you shop during the month of February, please make sure that you enjoy those extra Sale-A-Bration items. There's some stamp sets, the butterfly stamp set. Can you believe that? Hey, Jeanette, welcome. All right, so before I get started, I am just going to fold my cardstock. And you will notice I've got a couple of fingernails missing, and I do apologize for the fingernails that are missing. I've been out in the garden, and I've got one more thing to do in the garden before my my rubbish gets collected this week. And after I've done that one thing in the garden, I will then do my nails, because there's no point when I'm out in the garden doing the gardening, because I break them and lose them. So I've got 3 missing at the moment. And so I do apologize. Like, I don't normally jump on with fingernails missing, but I've had a pretty hectic couple of weeks, and it's a job that I keep putting on the back burner. Is there anything that you tend to do like that? Do you tend to have jobs that you think, I'll do that tomorrow, I'll do that tomorrow? No, I won't do that today, I'll do that tomorrow. And tomorrow never seems to come, does it? All right, so I'm just folding those cards before we get started, before we set the clock. And I like to burnish them with my bone folder, and then I will open them back up flat. So burnishing them with your bone folder just gives you that nice, good, crisp, and I could have got a cleaner bone folder, but it's the bone folder I use to re-ink my ink pads. So I like to burnish them to get that nice, good, crisp fold on your card. Now, some people like to burnish them both ways. Some people like to fold them back the opposite way and burnish them so that they fold quite loosely. I don't tend to do that. I like to just fold one way, but you can, if you wanted to, fold them back the opposite way and get an even crisper fold on your cards. All right, so we've got our card bases all sorted. We've got, I need to get my ink pads opened up. I need to get myself sorted here with all my layers. So we'll put the embellishments all up here. We'll grab these all out because we need to stamp on those. We'll grab those out there. Just need to get myself a little bit sorted here before we start the clock. You're ironing at the moment. Oh, you say you put your ironing off, Glenda. Yeah, okay. My mother doesn't. My mother, she gets her ironing done. She's religious. You can set the clock on the way my mum does her ironing. She's always like, she does the washing, she gets it off the line, and she irons it that night and puts it away. So she's a machine when it comes to her ironing. All right. So I've got that. I've got my inserts. Haven't even decided what I'm going to do on my inserts yet. I've got my front layers there. And I've got these, and I need this out to stamp my sentiments there. All right. I think I'm just about, who's going to be the timekeeper today? Who have we got on? Fran says she hates ironing. So do I. I don't iron. I just buy clothes that don't need to be ironed. That's the best way to do it. Just buy clothes that don't need to be ironed. All right. So I think I'm just about ready. Who wants to do the timekeeping? I don't think we have Julie on here this morning. Anyone going to put their hand up for the timekeeper? Okay, Fran, you've got the job. Fran's going to be the timekeeper this morning. Let's get this up here a little bit further so you can see my stamping. I feel like I want to stand up. I feel like I have to stand up for this. Now, I'm wondering what color. I think I might do that sentiment. So I've got the wishing in Old Olive. I might do that sentiment in Daffodil Delight. I'm thinking. All right, so let's get that glued on there. Get that stuck on there nice. Okay. All right. I think I'm ready to go. Okay, Fran, start the clock now. All right. We are just going to have you a happy birthday. So we're doing that in our Daffodil Delight. As I said, I'm not real confident about getting these cards all done in 20 minutes, but we will have a good go. So in case you're just joining, every now and then I set myself a challenge. When I need to make multiple cards, I set myself a challenge and do these 10 cards in 20 minutes series. So if you haven't seen these, I did one at Christmas time as well. And it's just super fun that by the end of my crafty session, we have 10 gorgeous cards that I can use in my business. And I'm stamping more sentiments than I need because that one just mucked up. So I did cut a few extras. All right. Now, the next thing, I'm going to close that ink up because I don't know what else I'm going to do just yet. So I'm going to close that up and get that out of the way so I don't get ink on everything. I'm also going to take them off there. Let's get our glue out and let's start gluing these pieces together. Can you believe it, people? I am standing up crafting here because sometimes I think when I want to do something at a speed, I tend to be able to, and now I've just got glue on my finger and that's going to drive me insane. But anyway, but I do tend to find that I can do things quicker if I'm standing. Who else is the same? Do you sit while you craft or do you stand and craft? Let me know. Type it into the comments and let me know. Do you stand to craft or sit? Or do you feel that when you are doing multiple things that standing is easier? Hey, Linda, welcome. Thank you for joining. It's all good, Linda. We only just started. The clock has just been started. All right, so I'm using some of this gorgeous Floral Delight paper. It is stunning, and I think this pattern here is my favorite in the whole suite. So I'm just adding some liquid glue onto the back of these strips. Now, I know that someone's going to ask me, what size is that strip? Okay, so my Old Olive strip is 2 inches by 5.5 inches. My Designer Series paper strip is 5 3/8 of an inch by 1 7/8 of an inch. And that's what gives you that really nice fine border all the way around. I'm trying to keep myself calm and not rush too much. So Jill says she stands. Okay, so we've got Deborah says she always sits to craft. So I can't keep reading those comments. I sit when stamping, put the card together. I stand while die cutting. Okay. Well, I can tell you I was standing while I was die cutting this morning because I was thinking I am not even going to be prepped beforehand because I prep all these things before I go live of a morning. So if you wonder what I'm doing, that's what I'm doing. I'm sitting and I'm prepping. Well, actually, I wasn't sitting. I was standing to prep. So I'm now going to pop that onto my card fronts. So all I've done is I've backed that gorgeous designer series paper with some old olive cardstock just to get a nice contrast for that front layer. Just got glue on my fingers again. So I'm leaving a little tiny gap on that edge to show that gorgeous white embossed layer that I have there. Now I am doing white on white. I'm doing white card bases and I've got a white layer on that card base. And I tend to love doing something like that. And it just adds a hint of texture. So because it's the same color as the card base, you'll find it just adds a little bit of something special for that front layer. Most of the time I do a contrasting color, but sometimes I like to just use the same color as the card base. What is your preference? 5 minutes is gone. Okay, what's your preference? Do you like to always have a contrasting color, or do you like to have the same color as your card base as that first layer? I sort of feel like mine depends on what style of card I'm making. Most of the time I have a contrasting layer. Okay, so we've got nearly all of those done for the fronts. Now, a word of advice when you're cutting and prepping for multiple cards, to save a little bit of time, sometimes you can cut things together in 2 layers. So my white circle die cuts that I did there from the Spotlight in Nature, I actually cut those out in 2 thicknesses. And I found that worked really well. So now I'm going to add a white circle. And I'm also going to add, I really want to use Seal Plus, but I haven't got any Seal Plus. So I'm just going to squiggle. Now the white circle was just to make that vellum look a little bit more obvious. I mean, like I could just do vellum like that. Do I want to just do the vellum? Maybe we do. Oop, have I wrecked the first card? Maybe I have. Okay, I've decided I'm not going to do those circles. I'm just going to do the vellum. The vellum looks really pretty with the other shining through. So I'm just going to do the vellum. And this is not going to sit well. I need to put something on it. Okay, let's just get a big block. We'll do that. Okay, so that's another hint when you're trying to glue things down. And I mean, I am doing a squiggle of glue here, and it doesn't matter because I'm putting sentiments over the top. So you're not actually really going to see. This is fairly thick vellum as well. So you're not really going to see my glue mark that much. Now, just by putting the weight of that big clear block on top is going to help that glue take hold and adhere to that layer. I would normally have used Seal Plus in this respect, but of course I haven't fixed my Seal Plus from the other day, so I can't use my Seal Plus because it's mucked up again. I don't know what it is. Sometimes you just get one Seal Plus that doesn't want to play nice. Okay, so we will pop these aside and let them sit so that they will, that's the right side. Had to try and see which was the right side there. We're just going to leave them all sitting there so that they will adhere while we get and do some other bits and pieces. There. Now you can see why I wasn't too confident that I was going to get 10 cards done in 20 minutes because there's a fair bit of work on this card. Okay, so we've got that, and that. All right. we will pop those aside there. Now we'll bring in our inserts because we need to stamp on our insert. And I'm just going to use, as a gorgeous little flower, I'll grab my pierce mat again. There's a gorgeous little flower in here, so I just wanted to use that flower. And I might use Lemon Lolly as my solid and Daffodil Delight as the one over the top. So I'm just going to ink up a solid little flower, and then we will do, and it's that way there, we'll do over the top. Now, it doesn't matter when you're doing this. A lot of people worry about whether they're going to line these stamps up exactly right. Now, the idea of these stamps is to give you a more like a watercolor look. Like, they're not actually designed to be perfect. So please don't worry about when you're lining them up whether you've got them exactly perfect. And you can see me here. I'm just physically roughly stamping over the top. That's the look that these flowers are meant to be. Okay, so they're not meant to be exactly right, that you've got that overlay detailed piece exactly right. All right, and of course doing 10 cards in 20 minutes gives me the opportunity to not stamp it perfectly as well. There. And they're still going to look really, really pretty. So just popping 2 little flowers down into, where am I going there? There. Down into the bottom of that insert. I always like to bring a little bit of the front of the card to the inside of the card. So that's actually what I'm doing with bringing some of these flowers to the inside of the card. It then gives a lot of room to be able to write your sentiment where you want. I've just mucked up the way that stamp sat, but we'll go that way. One of the main things with this stamp is there's 2 little peaky bits in the flower, and that's what allows you to line it up a lot better. Okay, so we've got the inserts done. We'll move that out of the way. All right, let's pop our inserts in. So here, and we'll do card front on. Like so. Okay. I'm going to get that ink right out of the way because I feel like I'm going to end up in it. Okay, so insert in. Card front on. We've still got a fair bit to go. So as I said, not feeling confident. What colors am I using? So I used for the flower, I used Lemon Lolly for the solid part, and then I used Daffodil Delight for the contrasting part over the top. So Lemon Lolly for the solid, and then Daffodil Delight for the contrast, for the detailed piece over the top. Hopefully that answered the question you were asking, Sharon. 10 minutes done. Oh, I think what's going to pull me up is sticking on that tiny little sentiment. But anyway, we will get there. Sooner or later, we will get there and we'll have 10 cards, whether I do it in 20 minutes or not. There. These cards, are, honestly, I mean, this whole suite is just gorgeous. And that nice embossed layer on the front just really sets it off. Gives a little bit more quality to your card. So think about adding some texture in the background of your cards by just embossing a layer, embossing some cardstock. So pretty, you think, Fran? Yeah, I just think it's a gorgeous suite. It's just so delicate and pretty. And I'm not really a yellow person. I'm not a big yellow person, but I can tell you this suite really captured my heart because I think paired with the nice strength of Old Olive with it. And then there's also Pool Party. It's paired with a lot of Pool Party coloring as well. And I love Pool Party. It's one of my favorite colors. It's a color that I think Pool Party is a color you just can't explain. It's sort of blue and it's sort of green and it's sort of it's neither one nor the other. It's a color in between. Oops, and I've done the front layer here instead of the insert first, but anyway, got that. And the insert. The only problem with doing these 10 cards in 20 minutes, I don't have time to really, like with the liquid glue, I would normally pause for a couple of seconds to make sure that it's totally taken hold. And when I'm doing the 10 cards in 20 minutes, I don't really get that pause time. And sometimes I go back and I'm like, whoops, that front part slid down the front of the card base. But normally I would stand and like I would give it that couple of seconds. It takes about 5 or 8 seconds for it to actually take hold and be glued in place. All right, so we've got card fronts all on and the inserts in. Now, this is going to be the fun part, putting the wishing on. So we'll add a little bit of glue on there and we'll put wishing here. I'm going to do that clear block again to make my wishing sit there. All right, now, probably what would be good is to get a silicone mat out while we do this and just have your sentiments on a silicone mat that we can possibly just add some glue dots on the back, pop it on the front, and then, of course, sit the clear block on top. There. Okay. Let's get them all turned over here on the silicone mat, or some of them anyway. All right. I'll get more up into the screen so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just adding some dobs of glue on my word, popping it on the front, letting it take hold a little bit, and then I will add it under here. Now, this is a fairly big word. So when you're going to add it to things, just be aware that it is a fairly big word. If you're trying to stamp it on a circle, it's a fairly long word. So it's very hard to get it to stamp on a circle. Like you're going to have a really large circle is what I'm trying to say. So it is a little bit hard in that respect, but it has a die that you can cut out the shadow die. You can cut out the word and not stamp it. I've actually stamped the word with the stamp and then used the shadow die to cut it out. This one is called the Floral Delight Suite, Linda. Whoa. And I thought that might end up happening. I'm hoping my cards don't stick together here. Anyway, that could be a thing that might happen, but anyway, we will soon see how we go. I mean, probably my my sponge that I would normally use would be the better way to go here. Okay, let's hope. All right, we're getting there. How's my time going? I reckon I'm eating up the time here doing this. Yes, Lynn, it does make beautiful cards. I agree. It's gorgeous paper. Gorgeous paper. All right. 3 to go. And then we've just got to pop up our other sentiment on the front. So while those are taking hold on my front, I will be able to, 2 more to go. I will pop the foam strips on behind the sentiment. So I'm just adding a couple of dots along the word. We don't have to have it like totally glued down, but a couple of dots is enough to be able to just hold that sentiment in place. I might have to be careful when I'm pulling them apart that I'm not stuck. Okay, so that's the last wishing. And we will add that in under there. Okay, now hopefully they will take place. Now I'm going to bring in these sentiments. I'm going to use, hopefully I've got some foam strips still left in here, which I do. These foam strips, and there's some more too. All right. So I like to just cut the foam strip to about the length of my sentiment. So I think if I cut them all here, I should be good. So let's turn them all over. Time's up. Yeah, I didn't think I was going to go anywhere near the 20 minutes today. But anyway, we're going to have 10 gorgeous cards in the end. And that's the main thing. And I'm nearly finished. I only got to pop these sentiments on and embellish. There. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and those two look like they cut the right size. I can get them off. Whoa, that one. Oh, watch out. I've got foam strips everywhere. That one was a bit wobbly. That one. And that one. Okay. Let's go. We're going to add these to the card like so. I just love just the difference of the scripty sentiment and that typed sentiment. I just think just the changes of those two sentiments just makes that pop on the front. There. There. 5 to go. Yeah, the tiny bee embellishments would be great. I don't have any of them because I've been too busy doing my sweet samplers. If you're on my email list, you may have realized I've opened up my sweet samplers again. I'm about to do round 3 of my sweet samplers. I've got all bar one sent out of all the people that have registered, and the reason why I haven't got the one sent out is because she only registered last week, and I need to do a whole new set again. But if you are interested in those sweet samplers that I had, there is a new registration for them. I'm just thinking probably the link that I've got in the description is not going to be the right link to work. But if you're on my email list, you would have got an email yesterday about them, and there's more emails coming out. If you're not on my email list, then please make sure you jump onto my email list. You'll see a sign up form in the description of this video, and it just gives you all the registration links for all of the things that I have happening in my business. All right, so now we're going to use these iridescent pearls just to finish this card off. There. So I'm just using a medium one, a large one, a medium one, and a small one. A large, medium, well, I think it's medium. I don't know, maybe they're just large and small. I'm not quite sure, but anyway, we are just grabbing some of these gorgeous iridescent pearls and popping them on. I think for an elegant card like this, pearls are definitely my go-to for a nice elegant card like this, because I just think it keeps in with that beautiful elegance of this fine detail floral paper. Whoops. There. A few more to go. My Take Your Pick tool is definitely worth its weight in gold when it wants to get these gorgeous embellishments off the sheet. Sometimes the embellishments are a lot stickier on those sheets than what you want them to be, but the majority of the time the Take Your Pick tool is fantastic for being able to pick them up. And there you go, time's up, finished, done. And even though I did change my mind in the middle of it, but there you have some beautiful wishing you a happy birthday 10 gorgeous cards created using that beautiful bundle. Okay, so there you go. What do you think? 7 minutes over. 20, well, it should have been 10 cards in 30 minutes. 10 cards in 30 minutes. I knew I was a bit overzealous this time doing it today, because okay, so card crazed, the question you're asking was the question you're asking. I used Daffodil Delight for the sentiment. I used Old Olive for the wishing. I used Daffodil Delight for the sentiment, and then on the inside I used Lemon Lolly and Daffodil Delight. So Lemon Lolly was the solid stamp, and Daffodil Delight was the detailed stamp. So there you go. We have some gorgeous, beautiful birthday cards. Another 10. So that is 90. I've got 10 more cards to go. I think I've got 92. So I really only need to make 8 cards, but I will make 10. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Please feel free to give me the thumbs up. YouTube and Facebook love it when you give me the thumbs up. Please share this video. It really helps me when you share this video to get more people to enjoy these 10 cards in 20 minutes. Now, also, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Give me the thumbs up. Any of the items that I've used today can be purchased through my online store. I probably will put a Daffodil Delight ribbon, a bow on them. You know me. I mean, I'm the bow lady from Bow Desert. But thank you very much for hanging out with me today. I will not be live tomorrow morning, but I will be live on Friday morning at 9 a.m. again for another fun, crafty 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 cards in 20 minutes. Now I need to set myself an easier one so I can smash the time out of the park on Friday, but we will see what I come up with. I don't know. We'll see. Thanks everyone for hanging out with me, and I will see you all again soon.